your cheeks. 'Cause baby, in your absence, life is boring, so I'll never leave. It's easier to love. Oh, oh. It's easier to love. Oh, oh. Easier to love. Oh, oh. Easier to love. Nothing like your smile in the morning, following the linings on your cheeks. 'Cause baby, in your absence, life is boring, so I'll never leave. It's easier to love when it's you by my side, shining through the cracks like the first morning light, feeling like a child through the days and the nights, living in your arms as the years go by. It's easier to love. Oh, oh. Easier to love. Oh, oh. There's nothing like the way that you adore me. I can feel love from miles away. And the light in your eyes tells me stories of life in a more perfect place where I wanna stay. It's easier to love when it's you by my side, shining through the cracks like the
Good morning, guys. And I just realized that with that countdown thing, I need to change the text a little bit. Anyhow, welcome to Debbie J's Crafting Corner, and this is my Motivation Monday that I do on Mondays. And some Mondays I'm more motivated than others. How about you? Right now I've got my coffee. I am starting to drink that. I went on a short walk, jog, whatever this morning. The plan was that I was going to try to get my walk in early enough so that I didn't accidentally run over, because last time I did that, it was 11:15, and everything's set right. Anyhow, maybe I need to change that part. There is I don't know, there's sometimes settings on here that I don't really understand what they mean or if they mean anything. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can change that and just change it back to my normal one. Anyhow, when you pop in, I would love for you to say hi and let us know what you're doing today or what your big plans are for the day. I have been so busy. Good morning, Miss Donna. I got my coffee, hun. Do you have yours? Anyhow, so far today, I went on a short walk / jog, whatever thing. The plan was, when I got up this morning, I decided, I want to try to get my walk in early enough so that I don't accidentally go over, because 11:15 a couple of weeks ago, I started getting messages on my phone, which luckily I did have in my hand, but I got messages on my phone saying, hey, you're missing your live. It's like, no, I'm not. It's not live until I get there, right? Oh, Donna, that's too bad. No coffee in your house. I need my coffee. Yeah. And Trisa is good morning, making lunch and work. Make lunch and work. Okay. So yeah, that sounds real fun. Yeah, I've got plenty of work to do as well. kind of because of the way this last week went. The last week was, I think I had a lot of fun, but I was just constant. Okay, Donna's gonna drink her some tea. Awesome. So my last week was pretty much constant. Let's see, on Monday we did this, and I had done I think, was last week the bike ride? I think last week was the bike ride. So I had done a bike ride, and I came home and edited that footage so I could share some of that with you guys. I did not do that this morning, by the way. I did not take my little camera out or anything. I don't really know how I would use this for a walk or a run as yet, but I will figure something out probably. Anyhow, that was on Monday, and then I came home and I did my first behind the scenes stream over on Twitch, and this is kind of a work in progress, so I was just experimenting out and seeing, whether or not it was something that I would enjoy, other people would enjoy, what would happen with it. So I went over to Twitch and I got out some of my new release stuff that was going to be coming out within the next couple of days, because we just got the first of the month stuff, and I just went live and recorded I basically did the same thing I always do when I'm recording my videos. That is exactly what it was. It's like I'm chatting with the folks, and then I'm saying, okay, now I'm going to record. And then I started recording, and then I would stop the recording part and I would chat some more. I would go back and forth, and it was a ton of fun. Downside is it took forever to edit. But I also know that the reason for that is because I did some coloring. Whenever I do coloring, it does take longer to edit because I have to compress the coloring time or go in and see which parts do I want to cut out. Editing coloring is one of the hardest things, which is probably one reason you haven't seen a lot of coloring videos from me over the last year. I've been so busy with so many things, I really didn't have that much editing time that I could put into that. That being said, y'all need to let me know, do you want to see more coloring? I did have some comments on the videos from last week, because I did have a couple of them up there that had alcohol marker coloring that said, I love that you showed that. I love to see your thought process, because because I was kind of teaching to people that I didn't know had ever seen a paper trimmer or a glimmer system or any of those things. I didn't know if they did. So since I'm doing the live stream and recording at the same time, I'm teaching to them. So I think I went more in depth on those during those sessions than I usually do. So now that you know I'm doing some behind the scenes things over there, if you want to join in, it's real easy. Just head over to my Twitch and let me grab, I don't think I've got it actually open right now. Wow. I want to go ahead and give you guys the link. It's real easy. I'm Debbie J's Crafting Corner everywhere. So if you're interested in watching the behind the scenes, because I'm planning on doing another one today, actually starting right after this. If you're interested in that, that's the link down below. Welcome me, yeah. But there's a link down in the chat so that you guys can head on over to that. It is twitch.tv/Debbie J's Crafting Corner. And you don't have to have an account or anything in order to watch, but if you want to comment or anything, or leave emojis or whatever, you do have to actually sign up to have a Twitch account. So you'd have to have a username over there. But it was fun. So I did that was on Monday. And I did not do a TikTok stream with Jax that day. Here's the thing. I'm in like multiple areas. I was doing live streaming pretty much every single day last week. It was incredible. It was a lot of fun. And because I switched it up between crafting and teaching and playing video games, my brain was able to handle it, which is awesome. And then I needed to start getting everything set up for the classes coming up this week. We have a class on Saturday that is going to be foiling on vellum. So that's going to be fun. Something I haven't done in a little bit. So I'm going to do a little experimentation, probably on the behind the scenes. Just saying. But I am going to do a little bit of experimentation with it before the class. I know I've done it and I know it works. So just doing another one just to get that little bit of practice in ahead of the class is going to be fun. So that's kind of where it is there. Hello, Miss Yvette. Welcome, welcome. I think you said San Diego last time you were in, right? How is the weather there? And, well, 8 o'clock isn't too early. How are you? How's your morning going? Okay, so anyhow, that's kind of where I'm at right now. So what I would love to know from you guys is, what are you wanting to get motivated to do? I know I ask this every week. What is your plans? What are you doing? What do you need help with? All of the things. Sunny as usual in San Diego. Yeah, it is. I'm here, but hands are full. That's because you have those little kiddos. The littles are probably in your hands. That or all of your stuff for your craft fair that's coming up. So Bethany from BB Production Studio mentioned in a past chat that she's going to be doing a craft fair, I believe it is. And so she's got a lot of stuff she's working on for that. So that is awesome. I think you guys can tell I'm tired. I planned on sleeping in a little bit more. Todd has been, he was sick. Same time I got sick, he was sick. I think he got it first. And then he got better. And now it's coming back. So it's like he snores when he's got this sinus thing. And right now my sinus thing is coming back too. So I am a little bit tired, but I did go for a walk this morning. My plan was just to go for, maybe a, mile to whatever, stick it to my neighborhood and just go for a walk and get a little bit of exercise in, because I have been tied to this chair for days. Does anybody else feel that sometimes? So I get out there and then I decided, I think I want to try to do a little bit of a jog. Oh no, Bethany says, Littles and I are starting the day by purging at the toy room. It's a mess. Wow. So I decided I was going to go on a little jog. Now, when I say a little jog, it's basically just going from walking to kind of a little trot, because I don't run much. I haven't run much. And if you saw on Facebook, I wound up reposting some things that came up in my memories from like 5 years ago, which one of them says, I run. I'm slow as a turtle running through peanut butter, but I run. That was me then. I'm worse now, but I'd like to get back to there. I want to be able to get back into some shape and get my body working better and having more energy and all of the things. And it's going to take some time. So today, instead of just doing the walk, because last week with the walk, and I did a bike ride on Monday, I did a walk on Wednesday, and with that, the muscles in my quads, because they're not used to doing that much motion, like I said, I sit here all day long every day working on crafty stuff, or working on my blog, or working on OBS, or some technological thing which ties me to my desk, which I love doing. Don't get me wrong. But I think my muscles and my legs didn't really like that. So they kind of bound up. And I think it's been a while since I did this, but I used to be a massage therapist. I think the fascia in my legs kind of got stuck. So I got a hold of them with my foam roller, and it hurt. And I worked them enough, though, that it took 2 days for the pain to completely subside from my legs. So this morning I went out for a walk because I need to get the blood flowing through all of those tissues, getting things moving again. And that's basically the starting point of all of my exercise stuff that I want to do for the next year. And so I did a little bit of a jog, because another thing you want to do is make sure your lymphatic system's working right, and you have to kind of have a lot of movement to be able to do that, and bouncing helps. So that little bit of a jog was helping. And then at one point my calves started hurting. It's like, well, I'm going to keep going. And I didn't jog much. It's like I jogged for like a couple of minutes, and then I started walking again. It's kind of a walk thing. And then my watch said that battery was low. It's like, okay, well, I'll come back. I think I got enough. I basically did less than a mile. It was about 3/4 of a mile, so it's better than nothing. And I got a little bit of work in, and I got my shower, and I got cleaned up for you guys, so I wouldn't look like crap when I came on here with you guys. And now for the rest of the day, I need to work on some more projects and some things for the class and some things for the next classes, because I'm trying to get everything set up ahead of time. And that's part of the thing. I'm trying to automate things to make it easier faster and more consistent, I guess. And this next month, we're going to actually have 2 classes. So we've got a class this next on Saturday, which is the 11th, and then we're going to have another class on March the 11th, and then we're going to have another class on March the 25th, I think is the date. So I've got those up. Plus, we have some other stuff coming up in a couple of weeks, so you guys are going to be super excited. I have scheduled an extra live stream for this week, and that's going to be on Thursday. Let me just double check the calendar I just had out. Yep, that's going to be on Thursday. So you're going to see a lot more information about some things coming up. I've got a special announcement thing going on Thursday, and I'll probably make a card too while I'm at it. And on top of that is where the one on Thursday is going to be at noon. So today we're here, and then I'm going to go over to Twitch for a bit, probably a few hours. I'm not 100% sure. And go ahead and record some more video stuff that I can edit over the next couple of weeks. Hello, Miss Brenda. Welcome, welcome. But you guys know that I'm doing the Motivation Mondays for you. And of course, I think about what do I want to say and what do I want to talk about, and then I go off on a completely different tangent. But for last week, I did do a lot of streaming, and then I did a couple of days of editing. I got a bunch of videos up. We had 2 videos for the Not Too Shabby on Wednesday, and how cute was the movie night cards. Those are adorable. And then we had the Alice in Wonderland cards for Thursday. And Bethany, I know, has done a video that just went up this last week. I'm using the Alice in Wonderland stuff too. So if you haven't seen it, you need to check that. And I don't know if you can leave a link in the description or not, Bethany, but if you want to try it, go ahead and leave a link down. In the chat. If you want to leave a link to your video for Not Too Shabby, we can definitely promote that here. I'm starting to think I need to stop talking, because now it's like I'm just starting to cough and cough and cough, and that's not good. Okay, and then we had on Friday, did the video for Clear Stamp and Die of the Month and Embossing Folder of the Month. And that was those cute, adorable little bunnies. So I'm going to definitely be using those stamps again. And again, it was where I was coloring again. It's like for the movie night, and then for the bunnies, I did a lot of coloring, and I'm planning on doing some coloring with those Alice in Wonderland stamps too. I need to remember. I need to check my my schedule and see when is that one due, because I don't remember. Oh, and I just realized that next Wednesday is when I've got the next Not Too Shabby Shop live stream, so that's going to be fun too. And then we did the glimmer tulips went up on Saturday. So those are the videos that if you haven't been hanging out or haven't had time to, those are the ones that you basically missed this last week. This week I've got, tomorrow is our live stream with Elizabeth, so we're going to be talking all planner stuff tomorrow. Thursday, I have that announcement live stream at noon, and then I'm planning on going over to Twitch after that. So I'll be here on YouTube for an hour or two on Thursday, followed immediately by going over onto Twitch for however long. And over there, I don't really have a plan as to what I'm going to do. It's either going to be card making or behind the scenes on one of my software things, or it's going to be playing some game that I haven't tried out yet, or ones that I have. There's a lot of games that I do want to try out. There's an Alice in Wonderland one that's a kind of a dark Alice that I want to try out that's in my Xbox thing, so I want to give that one a shot too. But I just haven't had a chance to do that because I've been so busy creating content for you guys. In the middle of all this, I need to work on streamline a bunch of tech stuff. You guys know I love the tech stuff. Oh, do want to remind you guys, if you don't already know it, that there are a couple of new emojis for everybody who is a member of my channel over here on YouTube, and they are cute little kitties. So some of you guys I know can use them. Some of you guys can't. If you're a member, you can use those little emojis in your chat and in the comments on any of my videos. So that is fun. I just added those yesterday. So yes, I actually got a couple of emojis done. The biggest thing that I'm working on is the classes, though. So if you're also on my newsletter, you will be being kept completely up to date about everything that's going on class-wise. I do need to start working on getting some more blog posts up. And as I do that, I'm going to try to make sure those emails go out as well. And all of those kind of things. So I've been on for 20 minutes and have basically said nothing. I'm kind of doing one of the steps of motivation or planning just in my mind as to how it kind of sort of works. Donna says, I'm done with spellbinders. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. Yeah. So I still have not gone through all of my emails. I did have an email on there talking about how that there were changes to the clubs, the way that it works, the scheduling, but I haven't even looked at that email. However, I would think that you should be able to sign up for it and just, I mean, unless you're trying for a specific one, you should be able to sign up for the club and it goes into effect for going forward. And then you would be automatically in there for the next month unless you decided to cancel the subscription. I mean, that's the way it's always worked. But like I said, they did send an email, something about some kind of change to clubs, but I haven't looked at it yet. And Yvette, yeah, I am busy and we got some fun things coming up. And it's all my fault. If I'm busy, it's because I've chosen to be. I've actually got, if you've watched my channel for the last... Oh. Yeah, I would reach out to customer support too. I'm going to see if I can find that email about how it works. Big question is, which of my emails is it in? I think it's in my Debbie J's Crafting Corner email. Okay, subscription window change. Okay. In the recent months, we've been experiencing extreme demand surges with the increased popularity of the clubs. That makes it very difficult to ensure that everybody gets their kits in a timely manner. And this email came out on the 30th, by the way. To better manage this process and ensure that continuing club subscribers receive their kits before new subscribers, we're making a change to the monthly sign-up window. Okay? Just seeing that makes me think what they're doing is they want to make sure that if you've been their club members for a bit, you're going to get your stuff before the folks that are signing up because they just saw it. So like, say, I just showed you this cool kit and, oh, I'm going to sign up to get that one. They want to make sure that people that are already subscribers to the clubs are getting the stuff first, just in case it runs out. So that does completely make sense. I would say that if you want to make sure that you're getting the club kit, the stitching club kit every month, regardless, not pick and choose, go ahead and sign up. Club reveals and tutorials will continue to be released on the 1st of the month. Continuing subscriptions will keep being charged on the 5th of each month. If you love your current subscription, no changes needed. Any cancellations or edits to payment shipping information must be made prior to the 5th of each month. New subscription sign-up windows will open on the 6th. Once the continuing subscriptions have been processed. If there is an additional inventory, then those clubs will be made available to new subscribers until they run out or till the 27th of the month. This means that if a club member cancels subscription, wants to start a new subscription, they will have to wait until the new subscription sign-up window. Okay, so what it means, since you've already told me that that one is not there, let me see what the website does if I attempt to add that one. Am I on there? Yep. So logging in. And I think what I'm also going to do I have that set up? I don't think I have it set up. Let me see if I can share that screen so you guys can see real time what's going on with it. Where is my screen share? There we go. Okay, let me pull that one back up so I can see it. I'm not a robot. And then clubs. And the one that you were saying, Donna, was the stitching, correct? I don't want to watch the video. Although I probably should watch the video because they probably got new information on there. So stitching die of the month. That is cute. And the little pockets would work great with the bunny pockets. I don't have this. Okay. Please check back before the next month. Okay. Yep, you are right. It will not let you sign up until the next one's available. So I would say contact customer service and let them know that you've tried this the last 2 months, that you want to get in on the club kits for next month and want to go ahead and sign up and see if they will let you do that by just specifically asking. I don't know. There's also the value option. I did not realize that that's how that one was working. So for this one, okay, the total package, if you got everything, I was looking to see which one, I was wanting to see which one actually included the stitch die. The total package does include the small die of the month, large die of the month, stitch die, yada, yada, yada. But it's $100, but it is available. So it's where you could sign up for that one, but I don't think that that's what you're wanting to do. So I am so sorry that you're not able to get that. We knew that that one was going to be very, very popular. And thinking back, I probably should have told them that I wanted to get that, but I had to limit it this year to just 4. I was only able to get four clubs this year. That they just send to me automatically. I can't always sign up for additional. But to be honest, I've had so much stuff that I want to get done that I needed that little bit of extra time from taken away from design team projects to start getting some of these other things done, like my classes. That's going to be a big push this year. I want to make sure that I'm doing fun classes for you guys. So in March, one thing that is changing, like I said, we've got 2 classes coming up in March. One's going to be foil and one's going to be creative die cutting. So I've got some ideas about doing something different than what I normally do with cutting dies. So I'm planning on making some fun cards that way. But I am so sorry that you weren't. Oh, the card club. Yeah, they decided to change the card kit. The card kit, yeah, the one that include they reduced the price and they turned it back into basics is what they did. Instead of having it including a stamp and die, they've got it down to the basics. I haven't tried it out. I have not gotten one of those in. I think at some point I do probably need to do that. But there's, like I said, there's a lot of things I want to work on this year that I have not done over the last year as I was pushing out as many design team projects out for you guys to see. I did get a lot of experience with doing die cutting. I got a lot of experience in a lot of areas under my belt. So I've got a lot of things going on and I'm really happy with that. It also helped me. It's one of the things with every job that I've ever had. It's like you start off slow, you do more, you do more, you do more, you do more, you do the same thing repeatedly, and over time it will speed up. So that's kind of what has happened over the last year. I had a lot of projects. I was doing a video almost every day. I need to go back at some point and see how many videos I actually did, videos and live streams combined. Oh, not including shorts. I'm not going to count those in. But see how many of those I actually got in over 2022, so you guys can actually know what it was. And over that amount of time, my videoing got better and faster. Doing the recording and the editing got faster and all of that. The slow thing that I always do when it comes to the editing is, it's probably always going to be the coloring, but I do want to add that back into the mix. I also want to do more with artistry, with the iron-on inks, and I keep checking the website to see when my blog... Ashley lets us know the day before she wants our blog post to actually go live. So that's why you don't know when that artistry project is going to show up. I'm waiting to find out from her. It's where she's basically putting everything up on her website, making sure everything gets done and spacing them out. And she gets all the information plenty of time early. But I've got, again, this week I'm going to be working on another artistry project that won't be going up for about 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, I am going to be doing a creative die cutting. I wanted to do some additional types because I know not everybody has the hot foil system, but I know everybody wanted to see hot foiling. So that's one reason why I started that. So I'm going to have a few different series of classes. But again, it's where I've got to get all the stuff. I need to get all of the moving parts behind the scenes, all of the stuff that's in my website, and all of that stuff done and set up and ready to go before I start rolling some of them out. So I'm going to roll them out only like one at a time. So next month we've got 2 classes instead of just the 1. And in the meantime, we do have a special event coming up at the end of the month. So be sure to check in on Thursday for my live there. I think we only went off topic for like 10 minutes. It's only 11:30. Wow. And I actually started on time. I think I told you guys that when it comes to anything in life, any of your goals, any of the stuff that you want to get done, you basically, if you want to think about it this way, I like analogies. Let's just put it this way. Think about, you're going to go on a trip. You're going to go to Disney World on vacation. And you know when you want to be there. No, Donna. Donna says, sorry, my fault, you went off topic. No, that is perfect. I want you guys to let me know these things so I can see if I can help. And I got more information that I had not done. Like I said, I wasn't really worried about the Club Kit thing, so I hadn't really looked at the email. And I should have looked at the email like a week ago, but I hadn't done it yet. And you got me to actually read it and see how it's working now. And it does make sense. I think that they may want to tweak it a little bit because of folks like you that are trying to sign up for a class, for one of them. And it would kind of get them maybe sign up as an indication of interest or something, or a wish list or a waiting list or something, instead of just saying you can't do anything until next month. And then next month rolls around, you try it again and it doesn't work. That's not really good service. So I would recommend emailing them and just, courteously let them know what your experience was. And I may see if I can reach out to some folks too and see kind of what happens over there. Checking Discord real quick because I had a thing in my ear. Tech from the experts. Oh, OBS 29.0.2 is now out. Well, which one am I using? Oh, that's the one I'm using. So it's where yesterday my computer told me when I went on to OBS to try something, and then I didn't actually do it, said that there was an update. So I just got the update installed, so I probably need to look at that to see what they said they changed. So that's good for me to know. Because there's a couple of things that still don't work, and there are a couple of things I want to add on because I just found out about them. But yeah, some of the things still don't work together yet, but I think I saw something saying it's gonna. Anyway, if you're going to Disney and you are you're Elizabeth and you're in Ohio. In order to get to Disney, you need to figure out the path. In order to figure out the path, you need to know what your starting point is and what your ending point is. Otherwise, you can't connect the two, right? So it's the same kind of thing when you're trying to reach any of your goals. If you want to get into great shape, you need to figure out where you are now and compare it to where you want to be, and then figure out how do you cross that gap, right? That's kind of what I'm doing in a lot of the things that I want to do. With the fitness thing, I guess I'm kind of like, I know where I want to be, or at least in the general area of where I'd really like to be. I've got some goals that I'd really, really, really like to do, but I don't think I'm going to get there. So, okay, say you want to go to Disney, but I don't think I can actually make it that far, so let's go to Daytona. It's close. It's in the same ballpark, but it's not quite where you want to be. You can still do that and make a path to get there. That's kind of what I'm doing with the whole fitness thing. But to do that, I know that I need to make these changes first now, like buying a plane ticket or packing your suitcase, all those things you had to do before you actually start the journey. And then as you're on the journey, you're probably like me. If you're on a plane and you're flying, when I flew into Austin, I have a tendency to check the map that they have on the screen to see where are we? How close are we? Are we on time? Are we late? That's kind of what you wind up doing each step of your journey towards whatever your goal is. For instance, my fitness goal. I'm going to be checking the scale. I'm going to see, okay, how do my muscles feel? Those kind of things all along the journey. If you are wanting to reach 1,000 subscribers, that's a good goal. Where are you now? How many subscribers do you need to get in the meantime? And then what are you going to do above and beyond what you already are doing to get there? And you don't have to do anything big or anything like that. It's like these little bitty increments to improve your content is going to make it so you're a better content creator and people are going to like watching your stuff more. It's kind of just how it works. I mean, what I wound up doing is I wound up putting up a lot more videos. I got involved with some hops. I think some of my biggest things were like I was in the Save the Crafty YouTuber hop a few years ago. That one did great. I was in the Scrap Hoarder series. Now that was super fun, and that helped a bunch as well. But I think the biggest part is basically at this point, my growth is coming from I'm getting out there. I am doing more videos. I'm here with you guys and I'm having a blast. You're getting to know me and decide, is this somebody that I want to hang out with? Is this somebody that knows anything about what she's talking about? Kind of, sort of. Is it somebody that I want to try to copy and learn from? Because if that is what you're wanting to do, then you're going to keep on coming back. Same thing if you are a content creator and you're just trying to get moving forward and getting up there. You got to make sure that the folks are getting to know you and see whether or not they are going to like you. I mean, if you look at my videos and you look at my lives, it kind of looks like two different people, but I am starting to show more of my personality in my video content, I think. You guys will have to tell me what you think. But so far, doing all that extra content is definitely helping my channel. It is helping me to grow. And a lot of that is all you guys. I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I am trying to expand some of the stuff that I'm doing to make better content for you guys. And I don't know. It's like this is basically a full-time job for me and I'm not getting paid full-time salary for it. So I need to find other ways to give more so that I'm able to kind of justify the amount of time and effort that goes into it. I don't know if any of that makes any kind of sense. Hence, the new emojis that you guys have got access to as members. So that's a little tiny thing that you could do to help out my channel if you want. Thank you so much, Yvette. You said, I love watching and learning from you. Here's the big thing. I still have imposter syndrome, so I look at myself, I look at my videos, and I say, well, it's not really where I want to be. It's not as good as I want it to be, but it's better than they used to be. But am I actually an expert on any of this stuff? I have no idea. But I do still have imposter syndrome. I think we all have that. What I think is really funny is when I hear people like Jennifer McGuire say things that are basically imposter syndrome, where she still doesn't feel it all the time. Yvette says the rest of my time is focused on grandma duties. Awesome. Yeah, but I don't really have any spare time. My spare time is dinner time, usually from 7 until bedtime, where we sit on the couch, we watch a show, and I usually have my laptop up. I'm either playing a brainless kind of puzzle kind of game on the thing, or I'm finishing up stuff that I was doing while I was sitting here, which was last night. It's like, okay, I got to figure this thing out and get it done. So anyway, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. This was basically just a little... Yes, absolutely. You're busier now than when you're retired. See, when you're working a full-time job, working for someone else, they are in control of your time. They let you know what you need to do, when you need to do it, when you go to lunch, when you have to show up, when you get to go home, all of the things. And you kind of pace yourself according to what you know that they're going to want you to do. Then, when you are not working for somebody else, you are in control of that time. So when I got sick and I couldn't go to a job anymore, I basically spent the first few years trying to get my body to heal. And then it turned out I didn't have the things that we thought I did, and we've got most of it handled. I still have the major dust allergy. That is the biggest thing. I've got sleep apnea, which if you don't get enough sleep, your body does not heal like it's supposed to. I've still got acid reflux, which makes sleep apnea worse. Basically, all these things combine. And then I also have anxiety, I think, that has never been diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure was probably part of my breathing issues. The last day I went into the office, I probably told you guys this before, but I'm not sure. The last time I went into the office, I was having trouble breathing from the time I got up, through my shower, through getting ready to go, through my drive. It was just so difficult to breathe. Doing all of that. And then I get to work, and then somebody is talking to me about, oh my goodness, Debbie, you're here. I'm so happy that you're here. We missed you so much. How are you doing? And they basically bombarded me with all the talk, which is totally fine because they were happy that I was there. And I mean, that's a great feeling to know that somebody appreciated you like that. But I think I got completely overwhelmed and I was really having trouble breathing. It's like, I can't do this. I got to go home. And I left. I didn't even log on to my computer. I left. So that was my last day that I worked. And within a few months, they basically determined that I had missed so much time over 2 years because they had a really, really good insurance plan and everything for that. So they did let me work a long time after not working hardly any hours. And they finally had to let me go. And within like about a month or so, September, 3 months after that was when I finished up at Mayo Clinic, and they basically let me know what it was what my issues actually were. Nobody ever said anything about anxiety. But just looking back at how I acted at that and some things that have happened since then, not nearly often, just a couple of times, I think I had a panic attack. I think that was part of it. I was so concerned about losing my job, losing my position. And it wasn't really about the money. It was the thing that I have worked all my life. But I was so concerned about that I got completely stressed out. And that was probably one reason why I was having trouble breathing. I was having a constant low-level panic attack, I think, for months. So I think that's probably what happened there. Positive side for you guys, though, and I do believe this with all of my heart, is that when something bad happens, usually something wonderful comes out of it. It's given me a lot of guilt and stress because of that. Because I have lost family members, and you lose people that you absolutely love in your life. And then later on, because they were not in your life anymore, you wound up in a situation where everything got actually better. It's kind of like if you're looking at a graph, it kind of drops and then it spikes above where you were before. Whereas if the tragedy hadn't happened, you would have been staying on the same same plane. Does that kind of make sense? But I've had that happen to me multiple times. And I have lost a job only to get a much better job immediately after it, after having been laid off a couple of times. And at this point, I have been, because of everything that happened with that situation and with my health, I've been able to go and do the deep dive into my card making, into learning to teach, into my live streams, and doing all the things for you guys. And I think I am much further along in my content creation journey than I would have been if I was still working that job. Okay, well, thank you so much, Donna. She says that makes sense. Donna says, I have COPD, so you described me. I don't even know what the symptoms of COPD are, but if I described what you were feeling, maybe part of it's COPD and maybe part of it is stress. And Yvette says, I just became allergic to work. Literally, I would be... Oh, no, really? You would break out in a severe rash each time I went into the office. No flare-up since I've been retired. And that could also be caused by stress. Stress does a lot of weird things. The one day of the week that more people die from a heart attack is on Monday, and it's right around 9 a.m. I heard this years ago. And that's because you just had your weekend, and then Sunday night the stress starts building, and then you got to go into the office. Stress can definitely wreak havoc on our bodies. And then people like me decide, I'm going to do all the things and I'm going to stress myself out. But one of the wonderful things is that you guys are awesome, and I get to hang out with my crafty buddies doing the things that I love, even if I am kind of overdoing it a little bit. But I'm hoping that you're going to get some of the benefit out of that, if any of that makes sense. Okay, I am going to go ahead, like I said before, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I will be over on Twitch probably in the next 10-15 minutes, and I don't know for sure what I'm going to do over there, but I do think I'm going to get out my Glimmer system, play with that a bit. I do have some tech stuff I need to do. One thing I want to make sure is as I'm setting up each of my classes, I've got a list of things I need to do, so I want to make sure I keep that updated, make sure all the little things are done, because it's really easy to miss something. But anyway, I would love for you guys to come and hang out with me over there. If you'd like to be a member to get to use those emojis and get discounts on my classes and all the things, I do want to try to start adding more things into that. Feel free to hit the join button down below, or there's also the subscribe button over on Twitch, so there's another one over there. So anyway, there's a couple of ways that you can help support my channel so that I can do more of the things. And you guys have a wonderful day. I hope if you haven't already registered for Saturday's class, registration is still open, and the class is going to be, the live section is going to be at 3 p.m. on Saturday. And of course, you get the replay for 90 days after that, unless you decide to get the lifetime access. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys. And now I have to hit a correct button, and let's see if it works. It worked. Okay. Bye, guys.